Alright guys, today was the Cashland Advanced Super Sale. We got some pretty good deals, man. Let's check out some footage. We also hit up some yard sales and some pawn shops. Didn't get footage of that, but let's see what they had at the Cashland Advance. I think you're going to be blown away. Then we'll meet up back at the game room and we'll divvy up the spoils of war. What is going on, people inside the internet machine? All right, welcome to episode 60 whatever. First thing that we're going to do is, I got injured. Check this out. Got a little injury right there. I got in a fight. There was like 3 or 4 dudes. They were all like 6'8", like 280, 300 pounders. They had pipes and stuff, so you should see them. And if you're imagining like 3 dudes that are in good shape and just their hands hurt a little bit, no, I'm just kidding. I actually went underneath the sink to fix something and I bumped my nose on the cabinet there. And it's amazing how you just bleed like a stuck pig in these little areas, right? So I bled for like a day. It was crazy. All right, that's not why you're here. Rocking the Star Wars shirt. So, okay. Do a little movie review. This is our first ever movie review on the channel. Finally watched Star Wars The Force Awakens. Here's my official review. Okay. Whatevs. Next one. Visually, it was great. The story was great. You know, it's what I expected, right? I expected it. It didn't really blow me away. The visuals, like I said, were awesome. The CGI was great. So, looking forward to the next movie, but really, okay, whatever. Also, before we get into the video game pickups, I want to just talk about something. This isn't really a rant. Maybe this is like something for the discussion section, but, you know, I'm watching like Alpha Omega Sin and Boogie and, you know, all these other, you know, YouTubers that have millions and millions and jillions of subscribers. And they're talking about the new policy change that YouTube made with, you know, they're not going to allow you to monetize, you know, if you're overly violent or use bad language or, you know, you have nudity or anything like that. Excessive violence. And a lot of them are starting to get caught up in the, well, we talk about rape prevention or suicide prevention, and their videos are getting flagged for demonetization. And I don't really know why we're going this route. Especially if you're going to say, Chris, you're not allowed to be violent on your channel, but yet the advertiser that posts, you know, their movie on my channel, you know, they've got guns out and they're shooting shit and cars are blowing up and there's scantily clad women running around. You know what I mean? So it's good enough for them, but it's not really good enough for me. I don't know if YouTube's trying to do this thing where they want to push all of this type of content or that type of content over to YouTube Red, or if down the line they want to do like a rating system, like each channel would get like a G or a PG or an R or whatever rating. I can't figure out why you would want to censor the people that are generating revenue for you, right? It's not like the advertisers give you money for free. They give you money because we all produce content and monetize our ads, and, you know, we get whatever little piece off the cheese there, whatever slice off that cheese, you know, we're all getting that, which is cool. It's nice. It, you know, doesn't pay the bills or anything, but it's cool. But I just can't for the life of me understand why we're going this route. Hold on. Was doing a lot of talking earlier. I had to get something refreshing to drink. So, I don't know. If you guys have any thoughts on this issue at all, hopefully YouTube will kind of realize the error of their ways and go, you know what, maybe this really isn't the best of ideas. I'm all for, you know, not having like nudity and all that kind of crazy stuff on your channel. But even if I did, right, like say I didn't like excessive violence, which I do. I love excessive violence. It's like one of my top 4 favorite things in life. But say I didn't like it. I'm just not going to watch your channel, bro. You know what I mean? Like, I don't understand. I don't understand this, like, rush to censor everybody's channel. I don't know. And especially if you're going to censor people's channel for, rape and things like that, definitely don't condone that. But the people that are talking about rape prevention or rape survivors or whoever, they're getting flagged. So your bots or the people that are actually sitting there typing into the computer, which we know that's not happening, are flagging things that they shouldn't be flagging. So it's obviously a flawed system already. So I don't know. That's 4.5 minutes of bullshit. So let's just get into the games after I have another drink. Okay. So, like I said, in the opening game hunting footage there, I only got a little bit of game hunting footage, guys. Sorry about that. But I was really busy in that Cashland advance. So I went down to Washington Courthouse. I got off work at 7 a.m., went down to Washington Courthouse, Ohio, which is about 55 minutes south of Columbus. And they're having a Cashland advance down there that was having like a super blowout sale. They had a ton of back inventory. The previous regime that isn't there anymore, they would like hoard stuff and not put stuff out for sale, not work with customers and lower prices after a while, all that kind of stuff. That's good business practice. They weren't doing that, and that's why they're all fired now. The new management, this lady wants to get everything in that back room out of the back room, and I'll tell you a story. So I was down there with Brett Hamilton, a friend of mine, and he wants to get an Xbox One. Brand new Xbox One. She says the best I could do is $179.99 for a brand new Xbox One with a 30-day warranty. And he goes, well, I'm looking for like a 50-inch TV. And she's like, well, let me write your information down. They know each other. And she's gonna go look in the back and see if there's one in the back. So I bet you he'll get a 40 or 50-inch TV for like $50, and then he'll get an Xbox One, brand new, and a 50-inch TV or whatever for 200 and something bucks. Like, he'll get a steal. That's how bad they want to get rid of shit. But while I was down there, I hit up a couple yard sales because I got there early, about 8 o'clock in the morning. And then I linked up with Brett, and we hit up some pawn shops and some thrift stores and stuff down there. So let's just jump into it. First thing that we picked up this week was actually a gift from a guy I work with. He was just happened to be at a Goodwill. He saw it. Thought, hey, I'll just pick it up, whatever. So $3. Disney's Sing It for the PlayStation 2. Looks like he paid 3 bones for that. Still factory sealed. Okay, factory seal game, whatever. If anybody really, really wants that, let me know. I'm sure it's worth a ton. The second thing he picked up, he got it for $1. Kind of interesting. It's the Guitar Hero On Tour attachment for the DS. Did not come with the game, but I thought this was kind of cool. It did come with the guitar pick stylus. So I'm sure that's worth a pretty penny. Know what I'm saying? Alright, so we get those for free. So like I said, we drive down to Washington Courthouse, hit a couple garage sales. There was only like 3 or 4 garage sales. Lady had an Xbox 360 Connect with, like Connect Sports, Connect Adventures, and something else. And I said, how much do you want for your Connect stuff? Because I'm actually looking for a Connect for my 360. And she goes, well, I think when we bought that was it was $100. And I went, oh, God, here we go, right? So then she goes, well, how about like 40? And I'm like, I don't know if I could do 40. I could do 20. And she's like, nah, I can't really go down from 40. My intent was to go back later in the day before I left and see if she still had it. Maybe she'd drop price. But I just said to hell with it. So finally hit up a sale. There's a mom, a couple teenage daughters out there, maybe 16, 17 years old. Didn't see any video game stuff. And so I asked. I said, you got any old video game stuff? They said no. I said, we have any new stuff like Xbox 360, PlayStation 3, or Wii? And she goes, well, we have a Wii, but I don't know if I want to sell the Wii. And I said, well, that's cool. I actually have the console. Are there any games that maybe you have that you don't play that you would consider selling? So she was like, yeah, hold on. So she goes in the house, comes back with the stack of games. Let me get these before they start to fall out. And so I picked out some. And I said, well, you girls look like, if you're the age for the Wii, then do you have any Nintendo DS stuff? Because they kind of came out about the same time, And she's like, oh, yeah, we got some DS stuff. So she ran in and got some DS games. So I asked her how much she wanted for the whole bundle. She said, $10. So I was like, cool. So the first game that we picked up was Just Dance 2014. My daughter loves these games. They're pretty cool. They're actually fun to play with the family and stuff like that. Just Dance 2015. Now that one is missing the manual, and you can see the inner ring there Looks like it was a rental. Discs are actually in pretty good shape. Mario Kart Wii. And then on the inside, there was a copy of New Super Mario Brothers Wii. Mario Kart's missing the manual. But New Super Mario Brothers Wii is a cool find in there because I actually have an extra case and manual for that. So we'll throw that in there and we'll flip Mario Kart and New Super Mario Brothers. There's only 2 DS games that I was interested in. You know, they were girls, so they had girl type games. But I did snag Sonic Rush Advance. See if that focused. I don't know. I've never played that game. And then Mario and Luigi, Bowser's Inside Story. So we'll add those to the collection there. Definitely excited to snag those. Like I said, $10. Wasn't going to pass that up. Okay, so the next thing that we did was we went out on the thrift stores. There's a couple thrift stores down there. They didn't really have anything. So we hit up a pawn shop. And they had pretty decent prices on their stuff. A friend of mine needed a new Wii sensor bar. So again, $6. Up here in Columbus, these go for about 10 or 12 is what they sell those for in the retro video game stores. So whatever, $6, perfect. He actually had some pretty good prices on some of his games. For the Sega Genesis, $3. Picked up Subterranean. It looked like a shoot 'em up. I wasn't familiar with this game. It's more of like a 3D roaming type shoot 'em up, sort of like Bosconian or something like that. Digging through his N64 stack, I actually couldn't believe I found this game in there. I needed this game. It's one of those Blockbuster exclusive type games. So we got it for $4. Picked up Razor Freestyle Scooter, $4. Now, it's not a very good game. It's basically like Tony Hawk's Pro Skater, but with Razor scooters. But it is a Nintendo 64 game that I needed. Not one that I see a lot. And for $4, sure as shit, I was going to pick that one up. Digging through his Nintendo Wii stack, saw a game that I actually did not have. I've had this game in the past. I think I sold it for like $10 or so. But cool to see Zelda Twilight Princess, the Nintendo Selects. $12 if I didn't say that. Nice complete copy. Definitely adding this to the collection. Yeah, that's all the Wii games that I picked up today. So I think that puts us over 50 Wii games. This game does. So I'm thinking about doing a really quick Wii collection video. Let me know what you guys think about that if you guys want to see that. I still need to do my Xbox original collection video. If I haven't done it, I might get that tomorrow. I don't know. We'll get to it eventually. All right, so I'm looking through his GameCube stuff, his GameCube games. Picked up one game. A lot of the games were missing manuals or really scratched. This one was actually in really nice condition. Picked up Geist for $5. Now, this is one of those places where it looks like they go and they raid the Goodwills, because that's a Goodwill tag for $1.99, and then he put $5 on it in his shop. Whatever. Another GameCube game to add to the list. Nice and complete. So, yeah, we'll definitely give that a try. It's one of those games where like you possess other people and things like that, so definitely cool. Looking through his Super Nintendo stack, he had $5 on all these games. I've never actually seen this one in the wild, so I definitely picked it up. I don't really know anything about it. Dino City, again, 5 bones or clams or whatever it is that you call them. Nice top label there. Looks like a platformer of some kind, so that's cool. I actually couldn't believe this game was in there for $5. Every time I see this game, it's like a $15 game. But picked up Out of This World. Again, nice condition on these. Yeah. That game was a big hit on like the PC, I think. And then picked up a shoot 'em up that I didn't have for $5. D-Force for the SNES. There's a top label. Now, if you guys don't know, this game is constantly voted as the best shoot 'em up on the Super. No, it's not. It's constantly voted one of the worst shoot 'em ups, and a lot of it has to do with the hit detection, hit boxes, that kind of thing. So, but $5, adding a shoot 'em up to the collection. I'll do that anytime. So let me get set up. I'll show you what we picked up at the pawn shop. All right. So after we hit up the pawn shops, garage sales, we actually finally went to this Cashland Advance. They had a ton of games, right? So They have like their little glass cabinet. If you've ever been to a Cashland Advance or a check pawn shop place kind of thing, you know what I'm talking about. Like you go in, they got like a glass cabinets with all little electronics in it and TVs and shit on this side and tools and shit on that side. So, yeah, so they got a little area with video game stuff. Mostly 360, PlayStation 3, small row of Xbox stuff. But like I said, Brett knows these people. He's been in there before. So he had them bring out all those boxes. Now there was like, I think 6 boxes of PS3, 2 or 3 or 4 boxes of Xbox 360. What you guys didn't see in there, they brought out like a box of PSP, another box of original Xbox, another box of PlayStation 2, lots of commons. Especially like in the older systems, they were a little scratched up. Asked them if they had anything older laying around, Nintendo, Super Nintendo. You guys know the deal. She did bring out 4 NES games. She said they had 5. They wanted $2 a piece, but the day before they sold Super Mario Bros. 2 for $2. So I got some scraps. The first 2 games I actually don't have for the collection, so I'll be throwing them in the collection. I don't think I'm going to pass on $2 NES games. Like, and I don't think anybody else would. So, first one is Lee Trevino's Fighting Golf. And it's funny, this little yellow blurb there says, endorsed by the U.S. National Video Game Team. So, awesome. Thanks, guys. Girls. So, I add that to the collection. Next game was Caesar's Palace. Yeah. Actually in pretty good shape, though. So, didn't have them, add them to the collection. These 2 games I already had, so they'll go in the doubles pile, or if I find another console without a game, I'll just bundle it with it. TNC Surf Design. And then Double Dribble. Now, the Double Dribble you can kind of see is little yellowing there. I don't know what you call that. Discoloration. Sure, why not? We'll go with it. All right. So the games are like $5. And she was like, well, I'll just sell all that stuff to you for you guys $3, whatever. So looked in their PSP games, found 2 games I was actually surprised to see in there. First one is Pursuit Force Extreme Justice. And who doesn't like dispensing justice? Unfortunately, that one's missing the manual. It's got the insert there, but no manual. And then super excited to get this one, guys. Metal Slug Double X. This is a SNK and Atlas. They tag teamed on this bad boy. So, yeah, $3. It's like a $30 game. With the manual. Good shape. Smells a little bit like cigarette smoke, but we'll get that out of there. Yeah. I think, if I'm not mistaken, this is basically the same game as the one that came out on the DS. I forget what it's Metal Slug 7, whatever, who cares. With a couple different changes. A couple PS3 games in there. I'm kind of kicking myself now because I wish I would have bought more. I wish I would have bought some of the Batman, Arkham, whatever games. And then they had some other games, a couple God of War games. I don't think I'd ever play the God of War games just because I got so much to play. But for $3, I'm kind of kicking myself now that I didn't buy them. But I did pick up a series, an entire series that I do plan on playing. Sort of like Tomb Raider, I guess. Uncharted, Drake's Fortune, Uncharted 2, and Uncharted 3. All those are complete. They had multiple copies of pretty much everything. So I went through, made sure I got the best quality for myself. All right, $3. Picked up BioShock Infinite. I think this is still like a $10 or $12 game, so we might try and recoup off of that. Picked up, I think it's a survival horror game, right? Condemned, Criminal Origins. I think you play as like a detective or something in this game, if I'm not mistaken. Complete with the manual. So, yeah. I don't know. That's still like a $10 game, so happy to see this game. Definitely adding this one to the collection. $3, man. I never see these games for that cheap. Family Guy. Back to the Multiverse. Definitely excited. Complete. Very nice condition. I didn't hold that up there very long. There you go. Very nice condition. So happy to see that. Definitely happy I added to the collection. Because I see these games at like buybacks and whatnot. They want like $25 for them. $22 to $25 for them. Alright. Best deal of the day. In their glass case, they had some more Nintendo 2DSs. Brett Hamilton picked these up, I don't know, a couple months ago for $14.99. They have since repriced all their stuff. They wanted $60 for Nintendo 2DSs. They had 2 left, and we were like, listen, a couple months ago he bought them for $15. We'll take them for $20 each. So got another 2DS for $20. Still got a little bit of the sticker residue on there. We'll get that off. Comes with the stylus, which is nice to see, and works. Comes with the charger. This is a pretty cool charger. Looks like it's got a USB in, so you could plug that into a USB, and then you get this out here. It's got a couple different attachments on it. Alright, so there's the USB cable that plugs into there, but it also plugs into the wall. It's got a wall socket, and then it looks like it'll charge a DS and a 3DS or 2DS. So definitely cool to get a multi-versatile cable. So, alright guys, that is going to do it. I got to get all these games sorted and put away. So we will see you guys next time. What have you guys been picking up? And what do you guys think about the YouTube changing their policy deal? Like I said, guys, I don't know. That's for powers above me to decide. But I just think it's kind of silly to censor people on the YouTubes. You know what I mean? So that seems like a daunting task. And how's that going to work international? You know, in some of European countries, you know, nudity is perfectly acceptable. Here we've got a big bugaboo about it. I don't know. You know, what you do to one, you got to do to all. I don't know. I'm just rambling again. Anyway, see you guys next time.